Hi, this is Rami Musigi. Welcome to Data Analysis Session 3. Today, uh, we're going over using Data Analysis button and pivot tables. As you know, there should be a Data Analysis button under Data, under Analysis. Unfortunately, I don't have it, so how can we get this button? It's very easy. It's part of add-on for Microsoft Excel. Go ahead, click on File, Options, Add-ins, and you select Go. In this case, a bunch of add-ons will show up. I don't have the analysis tool pack, so I click on that one, click on OK, and here it is, my data analysis button. All right, let's see what this button do. Supposedly, I have court cases from 2000 to 2018, the number of cases that they had per year, and we would like to find um, means, standard deviation, mode, median, skewness, kurtosis, and minimum, maximums, and so on and so forth. In order to do this, we have a couple of options to do. One, write each one of them down one by one and find it, or use the data analysis button in this case, which is make the life a little bit easier for us. What we need to do is, these are the formulas for each one of them. For mean is average, median is median of the numbers, standard deviation, skewness, kurtosis, maximum, minimum, and so on and so forth. Let's find out what they are and what they do. We all know mean is the average of the series of numbers. Median is the middle of a sorted list number, or middle number in a list of numbers. Standard deviation is a measure that is used to quantify the amount of variation or dispersion of a set of data values. Skewness is a measure of asymmetry of the probability distribution of a real valued random variable about its mean. Kurtosis is the sharpness of a peak of a frequency distribution curve. And the maximum is the maximum value of the number within a series, and minimum is the lowest or minimum number of the series. Now let's find out how this button works. Click on data analysis once. Let's say we are data for our cases. We click on data analysis, and we are interested in descriptive statistic. Click on OK. Input range is, we click on a field. This is my cases. We are interested to find out. And if whether we have a label in the first row or not, that's how you, up to you. You can actually click on that one. But I would like to select my output range. And then I will click on here, and this is my output. Let's start from column E as my output range. Whether you want summary statistics, confidence level mean, K large or K small, it's up to you. I just select the first two and then click on OK. And there it is. And I would like to make sure that I only have, go to my home, and then only 2 digits. So in one shot, I was able to get mean, standard error, median, mode, standard deviation, sample variance, kurtosis, skewness, range, minimum, maximum, sums, counts, and confidence level. In one shot, we were able to just get this. Of course, you could have sit there and just do one by one, write each one of the formulas and calculate it yourself. That would take a little bit more time. Pivot tables. They will summarize your data so you can slice and dice it whichever way it makes sense to you. Pivot tables help you forget about summary calculation, that you don't need them, and let Excel do the work for you. In this table, we have a sales spreadsheet that by a quick glance, we might be interested with regions, representatives, unit price, total sales, items itself, and order dates, that we can come up with different variation of reports. So let Excel do the job for us. We use pivot table in this case. Insert, we can use the recommended tables, and Excel recommends a various version of the table. In this case, this might be useful. Some of the unit price by region, some unit price by items, or units sold by items, and so on and so forth. But I would rather do it our way, which is starting with a blank report. So click in the first row, click Insert, then click on Pivot Table. It selects my data. I'll go all the way to the end to make sure it selected all of my data. Yes, it does. And then I'm like to have it on New Worksheet. Click on OK. On the left-hand side, you have a blank pivot table space. And what you can see on the right-hand side is a list of your fields of your original table. Then areas of your pivot tables. You have filters, columns, rows, and values. Let's say you're checking our unit price. Click on unit price. It will move the unit price field into our values, and it shows the unit price as a sum of all of our units. Check that one off. Let's try our unit sales. It shows the sum, and it says we sold $19,627.88 in goods. Now let's try to bring items in here. As soon as I press item, it will put it into a row. So these are all the items that I have, my products, and each one was sold for that period of time. I can also bring representatives, and it's more subdivided, like binders was sold by Andrews and Gill and rest, and the totals for that one would be 95, 77, 65. That's total of all of these. Now let's try move our representatives from row to column. So it shows our products, and for each one of the sales reps, the amount that they sold. We could have changed them and moved the items up there. Whichever way that you feel comfortable with your tables and your report, you may want to do it that way. I also can, instead of having the total sales, units sold, that tells me how many units they sold during that period of time for each one of the product by the representatives. We can also say the region. If I move the region, so I have different version, and it shows me by products and each region's by products. I can take the region and bring it to the filter area. Now, what I can do is I can filter this only for East and see the report only for East, or change it for West. So you have a lot of power. I can also use order date, and it shows me my year. And I can just open up based on the quarters, what quarters that was sold, and this is the data I'm getting. If I change that one to East, now I'm getting the data for East, or for all. As you can see, there are many variations you can do. Let's make it simpler a little bit. And I'm only interested in region and total sold units. Let's say now I want to see different designs of my tables. I can change the formats. As you can see, the format changes. It's a little bit more readable and it's easy to work with. You can change labels. I can make that one to be regional sales. Now you can see how many different ways you can explore your data. This is the power of pivot table.